What's going on, people? It's your man, the YB, back once again. Big shout out to my doggy, Johnny Boy Devine, for coming through and boosting up the PayPal. So, we got a wiggy update for you, man, regarding Fake the Cake, Dinner Lady, Bingo Wings, Paul. Yeah. A few days ago, Jake Paul came out saying that AJ's a big, stiff plumber from Watford with a stiff chops. His chops is no good, is what Fake the Cake Paul said. AJ responded saying, "We can get it." 2-2s now. Out of nowhere today, we've got the DAZN plug here. Major update provided on incredible Alexander Usyk versus Jake the Fake Bingo Wings Dinner Lady Paul fight. Okay. So it's essentially Usyk's manager or something like that. Sergey Lapin has played a huge role in the career of Alexander Usyk as a key part of his training team, and has been speaking out about the future, about what the future holds for his fighter. Here's the quote. Usyk has always cared about only fighting the best and creating a lasting legacy in the great sport of boxing. But in the future, as he further solidifies his place as one of the true great fighters, we'll see what other opportunities open up for him. It might be great to step in the cage with Jake Paul under MMA rules. It would be interesting if there is money to be made from it. What? Also, we never say never about fighting the dangerous Alex Pereira, possibly partnered with Dana White. He goes on, Dana's move into boxing could open the door for more fights between boxers and current UFC stars. Dana is a capable guy, and with Turkey's abilities, they would create a very interesting project. It will bring great attention to our sport, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so the main, listen, people, yeah? The cage thing's a no from me, full stop. When I first saw this news, I thought, okay, a boxing fight, listen. I'm not one of them ones, I told you before. I'm not one of the ones here, like Turkey, who say, oh no, Canelo, don't fight Jake Paul. Oh no, don't fight him. Let's freeze him out. Because all that happens is, these men are going to get to 50, Turkey's not going to be interested in them no more, and Jake Paul's going to fight them anyway. That's what Turkey's missing here. Yeah? You're just delaying what's going to happen. So you can either have Canelo beat his ass at 35, or when he's 55. What do you want to do? Right? There's no point messing around here. The quicker this guy gets a taste of real boxing, the better. It's not a big deal. It's one fight, one night. It doesn't undermine your legacy at all. Especially with the way the world's going in terms of social media and that. You'll be known as the boxer, Usyk, or AJ, or whoever, who had a serious boxing career and put a YouTuber proper in his place where he's supposed to be on Misfits. How does that undermine your career? I don't understand it. Make it make sense. It only undermines your career, to some extent, if your name's Mike Tyson. And you've done it, and you haven't handled your business. And now you can go on Mike Tyson's box rec, I believe. Let's have a look. Some box rec. You can go on Mike Tyson's box rec because it's a proper fight. It allegedly was a proper fight. Where is it? Here we go, look. So now as long as the internet exists, 10,000 million years from now, when Anunnaki come down, and they reanimate all of our technology, they're going to be like, what? Fake Paul punched up Mike Tyson, a one-star Fake the Cake Paul punched him up. Yeah? That's what they're going to see when they come down here. That's the only problem here. The only problem here is not Jake Paul. Listen. If Jake Paul allows all these men to have a go on him and run a train on his ass, that's on him. That's his right to do that as a grown man. If he wants AJ to come in there and give him the skins, if he wants him to... Listen, people, let me tell you something right now. If Jake Paul wants AJ to treat him like he does skins, take it. Yeah? That's what he'll do. No doubt about it. Or any other of these man. If Carrot Top want to go in there and have a go on Fake Paul, if Usyk want to go in there and have a go on Fake Paul, let it be. What's the beef here? Oh, you're ruining this. How is it ruining the sport? He thinks he can box. He's done some moody bouts. It's not like it's. For example, let's think of someone who's a proper clown. I don't know. I can't tell you exactly off the top of my head. If it's a proper clown show, like he's fighting. He fought Tommy Fury. Tommy's a clown, but it's not a proper clown show. We can all agree Tommy has done some boxing. Tommy was fighting journeymen, so he's there. Does that make sense? It's not, a true clown show would be, okay, Jake Paul's literally been fighting. Let's say Jake Paul, for example, when Jake Paul fought Nate, that Nate dude, Mini-Me, yeah? The dude who was 5 foot tall. When Jake knocked out the basketball player, the 5 foot basketball player, I didn't even know they made basketball players like that, man. Fair play to him, man. He must have had a good game. He must have been a baller to be 5 foot tall. Anyway, listen. When Jake Paul sparkled Mr. 5 foot, Nate, at that point, you could say, this is ridiculous, man. He's fighting NBA stars. But at this point, he fought Tommy, he lost. And outside of that, spiritually, it was wrong what he did to Mike. Forget everything else. Yeah? Yes, Mike's a sellout. No one asked him to sell his booty hole to fake the cake Paul. He did that himself. But that said, the fact Mike is corrupt, it doesn't take away from the honour and the spirit of the sport. Forget about Mike. It's not really about whether Mike lost or not, or Mike's special. It's about the spirit of the game. You got a 60-year-old man in there. Yeah? This could have been any 60-year-old man. A 25-year-old man has no business getting in there with a 60-year-old man. Ever. And if someone does do that, it's like someone punching up your granddaddy. That's what it's like. Someone's clowning on your granddaddy physically, yeah? And you say, oh, no, I don't want to fight him. No, I'm not giving him no light. What? Make that make sense, people. Make that make sense. Oh, no, I'm not giving him no light. He punched my granddaddy up on TV. Yeah? He punched my granddaddy up, but I don't want to give him no light. I don't want to put him on, giving him hands. That's ridiculous, man. That's ridiculous. So all these man should be queuing up now. And if Usyk wants to go in there and slap his head off, his head will get, Fake Paul's head will get slapped proper off. You wouldn't believe how quick it gets slapped off as well. His head will get slapped off. Usyk can't punch. He'll punch for Fake Paul. Seriously. Fake Paul's head will come off early. 2-3 rounds, his head's coming off. No, power, man. He won't have seen nothing like it. Honestly, I'd look on the bookies. Will Fake Paul land a punch? He won't land one punch. Seriously. That's not hyperbolic. Jake Paul will not land one punch. He's way too slow. He'll be way too... He's crude. He comes in, looks at the floor and bowls his hands over. He looked half decent against a 70-year-old sniffhead. All due respect. That's who he looked decent against. He stunk the place out against Timmy. And really, it's not fair to say shades, but if you're having problems with Timmy, let's say Usyk is a 9 out of 10 fighter. I think there's parallels between Timmy and Usyk, but it's like 10 magnitudes of order. If Usyk's a 9, Tommy's a 1 of the same style, if that makes sense. Yeah? Tommy Fury's 1 out of 10, and Usyk's 9 out of 10 of a similar style. Fake Paul had nightmares with a 185-pound useless dude who's 1 out of 10 in that way of fighting. Usyk will spin him round in circles, man, seriously. I think there's a good chance Jake Paul, he'll have a concussion from the G-forces. Seriously. It won't be the punches so much. It'll be the fact that Usyk spinning him round and slapping him so much. The G-force will make him, trust me, people. He'll get a concussion from the G-forces. He'll just spinning he'd have to do. When Usyk's slapping him all over. Yeah? But forget about, let me tell you now, Usyk's team. Forget about the cage. What's wrong with these, man? I'm trying to work out from their angle. Is their angle, well, we don't want to fight Jake Paul in boxing because that might undermine our career. So we'll do a side mission, which is a different sport, and hence is not as, but listen, it's not as undermining from their point of view. But listen, I'll tell you what is undermining. I don't care what you've done in your boxing career. If you get into the cage and Jake Paul's big fat ass lays on you and takes your legs out, these boxers don't have legs like that. They can move. They don't have the grappling legs like that. Yeah? And if we see a video of Fake Paul's fat ass sitting on Usyk, slapping him in the mouth, you might, honestly, for me at least, you might as well not box a day in your life, Usyk. Seriously. If I see Fake Paul sat on top of you, slapping you in the mouth, you might as well have lost every fight you ever had. It's going to mean nothing to me no more. I don't understand what is it with these men want to look. It's almost like they want to look bad. You're a boxer. Jake Paul's a boxer. Box his head off and call it a day there. Show him put him onto the game. This is the real game. We ain't playing with your little ass no more. You corny ass. You don't go to another sport where he actually might have a look in edgeways. And you lose that, and then what? Or you look bad, and it stinks the place out, and it's like, whoa, Jake Paul's like, yeah, I went the best. I went 50-50 with the greatest ever boxer of all time. Why would you do that for? That's undermining your legacy. Getting in a cage with a wrestler. A big dinner lady as well. You've seen Jake Paul's arms. He's got bingo wings, man. When them bingo wings get you, you ain't never seen them black girls fight the big bingo wing ones. You can't get out of their grip, man. When Jake Paul gets you in the bingo wings, you ain't getting out of that grip. You've got a bingo wing grip. That's what he got. Yeah? And Usyk ain't breaking the bingo wing grip like that. So don't do that, man. Get in there and punch his head off in boxing. 2 more fights for Usyk. 2 more serious fights. And then have a go on Jake Paul on Netflix for heaps of a truckload of cash. I'm down for that. And I find it odd that his manager or whoever it is, his trainer's saying, oh yeah, I mean, there'll be good opportunities there for money, but surely the money will be in boxing. So honestly, from my point of view, commercially, I don't think Jake Paul versus Usyk in the cage is going to do anywhere near the numbers. The whole intrigue is, wow, Jake Paul, who just beat 70-year-old Sniffhead in boxing, is now going to fight the former best champion, Mike Tyson, is now going to fight the real champion in boxing. It'll be like, honestly, I don't think it'll be big numbers at all. Jake Paul versus Usyk in the UFC cage, I just don't think it's not going to translate at all. I'd argue it's probably it'll be a fraction, 25%. Let's say Usyk and Jake Paul does 100 million. There's no way the cage does more than 25. It's definitely not going to be more. There's no way the boxing event does 100 and Jake Paul and Usyk in the cage does 250 or 150. It's ridiculous. So there's going to be more money in the boxing. Unless Jake Paul's Netflix cabal friends, they want to humiliate Usyk. But at the end of the day, people, let me tell you now for free. If Usyk decides to get in the cage and he winds up, and even if he won, man, I just don't understand. I think sometimes these men, yeah, it's a bit like James Toney. James Toney's a legend. But their ego, man, it goes to their head. James Toney, yeah, I'm not getting any of these UFC guys out. And he went out sad. Yeah, it's a bit different. James Toney was finished in boxing. So you can argue, well, he's older, maybe he could have, should. I doubt it. It's a whole different game, people. It's a whole different game. Complete different game. So why would Usyk want to run the risk? Because he think he's that good that, oh yeah, I can wrestle as well. Maybe he can wrestle as well. But I struggle to believe it's going to be as dominant. As dominant as the boxing fight would be for Usyk. You can only give Jake better odds. Why would you do that for? Yeah? 2 more fights, retire. Or don't retire. I'm not really fussed. I'm not fussed. Seriously. I put Jake Paul getting filled in on Netflix in front of hundreds of millions above. It's sad to say, but I put that above the lineage of the belts. Yeah? For example. For me, if Joseph Parker has to wait another 6 months to fight for a belt because Usyk's fixing to jump on there on Netflix with his belts and punch Jake Paul's head in, I'll take that. Seriously. I would have preferred Canelo works as well for me, but Turkey cucked us. Turkey stopped Canelo getting in there and whacking Jake Paul up. What? Here we are now. So as long as someone gets it done, AJ, Usyk, Canelo, let's do it. Not in the cage though. No corny cage rubbish. I don't want to see AJ in the cage because I wouldn't trust AJ in the cage, man. I just wouldn't trust him, man. I wouldn't trust AJ in the cage. It's a completely different sport, man. Seriously, when you got someone ankle biting you and clinging onto your ankles, it's not what you're used to. It's not right, to be honest. This should be, in my opinion. Dudes shouldn't be clinging on dudes' legs, man, like that. That's just my personal opinion, man. All clinging on and shit. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, people. Smash the like button, subscribe, like for the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about this. Some people stop it.